Good morning. So it's been an amazing week. I have three things I want to talk about. I'm going to try to keep it under 5 minutes. So I want to start with the US Open, where this past Monday was opening day, and I had my grounds tickets for that. It was fantastic. I mean, it started off as a bit of a nightmare because they were so disorganized to get us in. A lot of people are saying it's because of vaccine proof, but that was not it. It was the bag check. So there were like 5,000 people waiting. I arrived at 10:30 and I got in at like noon. So anyway, but they had like 5 of these checks for your bags, and only 2 of them were manned. So of course it was crazy. But once I was in there, it was fantastic. And then the other thing that I noticed was that there's this sort of total turnover now where all the tennis players that I'm really familiar with are basically gone, or at least they're not playing this year. So there's this whole new set. They were walking by me. I've got some photos there, but I could not recognize a single one. Also, a lot of them wearing masks, which makes it even harder. But one thing that I did see, which was fantastic, so I'm sitting outside of Ash, and all of a sudden, like a dozen young girls, like 14, 15-year-olds or whatever, squealing, run up to this player, and they all want selfies. And it's interesting, like the selfie has now become the new autograph, really. So they all wanted a selfie. So of course then I had to track them down. I had to ask them who this was. I had to ask them a few times. But it was this guy, Yannick Sinner. He's 20 and he's Italian, so they were crazy about him. And then last night, I'm doing this on Wednesday morning, so Tuesday night I wasn't there, but I was watching online. This young Danish kid, the last name's Rune, R-U-N-E, was playing Novak. And this kid, like everyone, Ash was totally filled and everyone was just cheering him on. Unfortunately, he's gorgeous. Unfortunately, he got this cramp but he finished out playing the whole set. And Novak was totally gentlemanly in terms of, actually hitting the balls at him, so at least he would get on it wasn't like a bagel kind of result. But anyway, those 2 guys, I think we're going to be seeing a lot of them. And I've got information on that in number 2 below. Then another amazing thing, this happened last Friday. A group of friends and we went out to Roosevelt Island. We haven't been in about a decade. And I went out specifically because I wanted to see this new hotel that's just opened, the only hotel on Roosevelt Island, called The Graduate. And this one was done by Snøhetta, which is one of my favorite architect firms. Anyway, it's so fabulous. And they've got this great restaurant, which I really, really liked. And then they also we went back at 5. They have this place called the Panorama Room on the roof. The views are to die for. Really, really, really great. Unfortunately, the whole vibe is very Miami, which isn't really my thing, but to go once and see, the view from there is just absolutely fantastic. And this end of Roosevelt Island that we were exploring is really where Cornell Tech is. So it's a lot of great sort of architects working on those buildings, so definitely worth checking out. And then the third thing I want to talk about, and this really comes out of the lunch we'd had at the restaurant's called Anything at All at the Graduate. So we ordered our Manhattans, and they came in these beautiful glasses, same glasses that they use at Peak. And we asked the guy, what is this glass called? And he said, it's called a Nick and Nora. Or Nora and Nick. Anyway, so we looked that up, and then we found out all this information about like the leisure class. And we're like, oh my God, that's what we are. So it's sort of like, I've been looking for a way of redefining like retirement, because that just doesn't work for me really very well. But this idea of the leisure class, and where it's not about money, but it's about a mindset. So anyway, so I'm going to be writing about that below also, so look out for that. But it was a great week. I get to see the US Open again this coming Monday. Hopefully the weather will be good. And that's it. So I hope you enjoy the blog. It was really, really fun to work on this week. And that's it. Ciao, ciao.